my snug. Today's question is refreshing, it's endearing, it's life-giving. How can the guests of the bridegroom mourn while he is with them? The context here is fascinating. John's disciples came and asked him, "How is it that we and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast?" Jesus answered, "How can the guests of the bridegroom mourn when he is with them? The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, then they will fast. No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch will pull away from the garment, making the tear worse. Neither do men pour new wine into new wineskins. If they do, the skins will burst. The wine will run out, and the wineskins will be ruined. No, they pour new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved." New wineskins, if you're a Christian, is probably the most common metaphor in church circles. It's been the fodder for leadership conferences for decades, and it seems particularly so since COVID began to impact our churches around the world. And it's interesting, isn't it, to remember the context into which the new wineskin metaphor is framed. In my experience of church life, so-called new wineskins are most commonly not really new at all. They're simply restitching of old ones, pretending something has fundamentally changed when often it hasn't. The different building we meet in, maybe we meet Saturday instead of Sunday, or we meet at 4 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. Now, many fasts in the time of Jesus and John had been added by religious Jews, especially by groups like the Pharisees. Many of these Pharisees would fast 2 days a week without water, especially during the dry seasons. Sadly, it was dry religion, in the main, trying to earn forgiveness, trying to earn points, trying to earn favour, trying to keep in the Super League or the Premier League of the religious top dogs. In his reply, Jesus is clarifying that the formal regulations, the religious rules and practices of the old religion must give way to the joy of the new. The patch and the new wine are images of a powerful, effervescent new relationship with God, which bursts out of the dried up confines of formal religion. Wine could be kept in either jars or wineskins. Old wineskins had already been stretched to capacity by fermenting wine within them. If they were then filled with unfermented wine, it would likewise expand, and the old wineskins, which had already been stretched to their limit, would burst. So I want to encourage us all today, whatever our church situation, especially for those in leadership, to be looking for, praying for, believing for new wineskins, not a restitching of what has gone before. I remember a couple of months back, I had what I call a vision with a small v. I used the small v because sometimes visions can be three-dimensional, external, in front of you, like a cinema screen. This one was internal in my mind. But in my mind, I saw the body of Christ laid out on an operating table, anesthetized, if you will. And in the way that only happens in dreams, the body of Christ was a wineskin, and it was completely unstitched. So I'm appealing not for a restitching of what's gone on before. And for those of you who are church leaders, when COVID first hit us, 2019, the overarching narrative I heard was, different words, but the show must go on. The reality was God spoke and said, I have cancelled the show. So as the post-COVID world opens up fully again, can I encourage us all, please, let's not just go back to same old, same old. Let's look again for the powerful, effervescent new relationship with God, which bursts out of the dried up confines of old wineskins, of formal religion, of the show that went on before. Father, help us, help our leaders, help us together to seek you, to ask, seek and knock, until you show us new wineskins for the new post-COVID wine.